If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you know.
Now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know.
I have some really cool news for you, and maybe you've already gleaned some of that from the sign. Chigozie Obioma finished his third book, which we are celebrating today, right here in this building. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes. And we are excited that he's also leaving a piece of his legacy and his work with us. And I'm going to quickly walk you through what to experience in this space before I turn over the mic to him. If you look down this aisle, feel free to explore all the open doors. So the first open door, you would encounter Chigozie's first book, The Fisherman. And not only would you see the fisherman in the first open room, you also see the original manuscript of The Fisherman. Okay, in that first room. And feel free, we've actually put the manuscript inside a nice folder, so feel free to thumb through it and look at it because you won't, your fingers won't oil or soil the paper. So it is safe. So you see the original manuscript, and then you see sort of like a second phase of that book before the final version. In fact, we'll have two versions right there in that space. So that's the first room that is open. The second room, you would encounter Chigozie's second book. You get a chance to leave a note for him, okay, in the second room. So leave him a note, tell him how much you appreciate him or whatever you have in mind, express yourself in that. Now, if you look to your right, the very first room to your right, that is a space where you could go and enjoy your meal. The second space is an overflow room. For those who can't fit in this room, you can go to the next room. In the third room to your right, we've actually reserved that room to an artist. Albert Maxey is an 86-year-old African-American who is a brilliant painter and artist. In fact, this is some of his work. But in that room, you see most of his work, a lot of work inspired from Africa. So feel free to enjoy that.
I come up with this idea that is specific and peculiar to me and to my mind and my interest. And then I put it in form of a novel. Then you ask for people to pay attention to it. You know, so that anyone actually indulges in that request is amazing. So I think that is something that we must always remember. So it is extraordinary that people pay attention to what one writes, and I've been lucky, I have to say. This is, for instance, a part of a 12-city tour. You know, the book came out in the UK last week, the 30th of May. Is it last week? Yes. And then on Tuesday here in the US. So I was touring the UK, and then I think this is like halfway point of the US tour. Tomorrow I head to New York, then Connecticut, then Boston, and I think it ends in DC. This will always be dear to my heart, especially because Osiri University is still here. It will be here. So thank you, everyone. Let's indulge in conversations and eat.
Cover face like Nagbaja. Get feel like but we know they cup. Sit up boss them tap. Pastor do shit rababa. Omo ijo rababa.
I just want to say a big congratulations to my brother, Professor Chigozie Obioma. You know, I read The Fisherman even when I did not know who he is. You know, that book really inspired me because I also grew up in the western part of Nigeria, and that book really speaks to me. I just want to say a big congratulations on the release of this new book. the road to the country. Congratulations, Professor Chigozie Obioma.
I want to say congratulations to Professor Chigozie Obioma on the publication of his third novel, The Road to the Country. So I'm happy that we have another, reading material. From him. Congrats to Professor Chigozie Obioma on this new, compelling publication of his third book. Thank you.